Alrighty, hello, we are back. We're starting the next role quest story here. Oh yeah. So I decided for today we started with physical ranged or long ranged DPS, but today to kind of wrap up things for the role quests for this particular day of recording, we're actually gonna start the tank role quest for Endwalker. And then the job that I wanted to do for tanks is we did Warrior last time. Dark Knight was our main job in Shadowbringers. So I was thinking for Endwalker, we're going to start the role quest for tanks as Paladin. The Endwalker's signature job, Paladin. Yoshi did say that would keep Armvale hard. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Alright. Oh, it's Gridania. Alright. So let's get started then and start this role quest story. Alright, Gridanian Delegate. Shrouded in peril. The Gridanian Delegate is in urgent need of a stout defender to help combat a new threat to his homeland. Come on the behalf of the Twin Adders to enlist the aid of accomplished fighters. The small folk cower in their homes for fear of an unprecedented threat to the Twelveswood, a blasphemy. It strikes quickly and with deadly precision before returning to the shadows whence it came. Try as we might, we have yet to devise a means to track it, much less slay it. Several brave souls search for it even now. Their chances would improve greatly if they had a stout protector by their side. Judging by reputation, I dare say you're precisely the woman we seek. What say you? Will you serve as the shield that stands between Gridania and certain doom? You made it difficult to refuse. Protecting the realm is what I do. You made it difficult to refuse. I will take that as an enthusiastic yes. Make haste to the Adder's Nest and report to my superior. All Gridania shall pray for your success. Alrighty, let's go to Gridania. Also, side note, I have not used Paladin in a long time, so I'm gonna be rusty with the new abilities and everything. But yeah, we'll end today with the signature Endwalker job for with Paladin. Blasphemy Huntmaster. Our liaison Razat Han sent word of your arrival. I could scarcely believe our luck. Are you truly here to help bring us this wicked blasphemy to heal? Nod. There is hope for us yet. I shall fetch the Elder Seedseer at once. She is leading the hunt, and I'm certain she'll be most eager to see you. Hello. Well, glad am I to welcome you in good health and good spirits to Mea. On behalf of all Gridania, allow me to thank you for rising to our defense yet again. You'll forgive me for eschewing further formalities, as time is of the essence. I shall share with you what little we know of this elusive scourge. Following the events in Thavnir, we received a report that an unidentified man had fallen into fits on the road. or transforming into a beast most foul, a blasphemy we soon determine. Eyewitnesses to the subsequent attacks spoke of patterns on its skin reminiscent of heavy chains. And thus we named it Gleipnir for the creature of legend. It emerges from the brush without warning, bringing destruction and tragedy to those unfortunate enough to be near. Ere we can respond, it retreats into hiding, leaving no trace for us to follow. The elementals cry out for us to rid the forest of this wicked presence, yet, even if we tracked it to its lair, I fear besting the beast would be no simple matter. Why is that? The wounds of Gleipnir's victims are tainted by corruption. We can but conclude that the fiend's fangs, claws, and horns are all imbued with a powerful poison. The smallest scratch sends the afflicted into fits, and death soon follows. Mayhappy you know the creeping death, the effects of Gleipnir's vile poison, bears more than a passing similarity to the symptoms of that deadly plague. It swept through the Twelveswood many years ago. The sick found their skin covered in chain-like patterns, spent their final moments in excruciating pain. It was long before I came to Gridania, the people still speak of it with dread. Is it true that the disease spared not a single hearer? Very nearly, yes. Before the remainder were taken, we were able to devise a cure from the Glimshroom. Slow though it was, the scars of this tragedy could then begin to heal. Gleipnir threatens to reopen our wounds, I fear. Yet despite the similarities between the blasphemy's corruption and the creeping death's marks, it's unclear how these two phenomena are related, if at all. Both conjuring and white magic have failed to abate the poison spread. To confront Gleipnir now would place our soldiers at risk of grievous injury. Forgive me, Elder Seer. This appears to be urgent. Again? Gleipnir struck once more in the North Shroud. The Whalers came too late to see the beast themselves. The man at attack yet lives. They're bringing him to Fargrove Float as we speak. Then we must meet him there. Will you accompany us to Maya? Aethelmayer should be able to provide us the details upon our arrival. Let's go. Cannot say for certain Gleipnir has quit this place. Stay on your guard. Elder Seetsier, you honor us with your presence. I cannot thank you enough for coming all this way. Given the dire circumstances, I will now leave this to another. Where is the wounded man? Outside of the Bobbling Court, being attended to by one of our hearers. He's a capable healer, but I worry this is beyond his abilities. Should do all in my power to aid him. I, in turn, may have need of assistance as well. I ask that you stay close, both of you. That's really cool that she is a white mage and we are her protector. Like her tank. Like for this. Right. He's a hardy soul, but I'm utterly at a loss. When managed to heal his wounds, the poison lingers. I fear the worst is yet to come. When I removed his clothes for treatment, I recognized the chains. This is indeed the creeping death. Do not lose heart. Shall spare no effort. Rest for now, and I have need of your talents again ere long. She goes, man, she goes. A bloody swarm of them. I came from the East Gate. She-goes are known as carriers of the creeping death. The villagers are on edge. They think the Vilekin harbingers of another plague. They may panic. Pray see to the Chigos. I shall remain here with the victim. They were near Alder Springs, a whole swarm of them, like an army getting ready for war. Bringing the creeping death like as not. Folk would be dropping dead with no rhyme or reason. I'm not about to join them, no sir. Came running back fast as my legs could carry me. Were you bitten? I will show you to a hearer if so. Not a single hole that doesn't belong, you can be sure. You best do something about that swarm, though. Would that we could, but keeping the gate manned is our priority. We have not the numbers to spare for a hunting party. By the time the Whaler enforcements arrive, it may be too late. We'll deal with the Chicos. The one who calls the greater number owes the other a flagon of ale. Don't get bitten. Alright. I see it. Oh god, these are level 85 enemies in this area. That's terrifying for a new Sprout. Yeah, new Sprout. Don't mind the level 85 enemies, please. I think we probably freaked them out. They were level 26 though, and so like the same level as these guys, but still. That's kind of jarring to see, like, you're just walking down, enjoying the game, and then you just see these level 85 enemies just pop up out of nowhere. 12 be praised, and you have come bearing a cure for the creeping death. It's of little use against actual death. Aye, that's why I've come. I've heard tell of a man suffering from uncommon pains in Falgord Float. Since an opportunity for philanthropy, and a touch of proof, I'll admit. But if what you say is true, his condition demands a much swifter pair of feet than mine. Should you bring the medicine to him in my stead? No need for payment this time, of course. You saved my life. One good turn deserves another. If the cure works as well as purported, I'll be on my way, and give any Vilekin I spy with a wide berth. So in terms of Gridania's story, we're dealing with more plagues again. Interesting. More plagues and sickness. Thank you for cooling the Shigos. Alas, our patient's condition has yet to improve. It's all we can do to keep him from succumbing to the poison. I know this medicine. It was once used to treat the creeping death. Given his symptoms, it may prove effective here as well. When I was level 3, I tried to kill off one of those level 14 trees. It did not end well. RIP. It works upon the body quite quickly, as I recall. Hold on a while longer, my friend. The medicine will soon relieve your pain. Don't. It hurts. It hurts. Ah. Why? Why? The man shrieks die in his throat as his body is wrecked by violent convulsions. He then falls still and quiet, as if his breath was snatched from his chest. "12, have mercy. At the very least, his suffering is over. If we'd been quicker to deliver the medicine, would he have lived? Nay, I think not. He was doomed from the moment the poison entered his blood. As will be others if we do not soon gain an understanding of our foe. This tragedy not be in vain, but serve as a lesson. Though the effects of Gleipnir's corruption resemble the creeping death, it is clear that the two share little else in common. Poison burns through the body more quickly than any disease. Too deadly is it borne by creatures so fragile as Shigos or any other besides. And that is one less possibility the people need fear. 'Tis a shame life was lost, but this knowledge may help us ensure that others are not. Spread word, but do so with delicacy. These troubled times, fear and despair can drive even the goodliest of souls to desperate ends. Gleipnir is the only blasphemy known to us in Gridania, for now. We must do our utmost to stop him from sowing further discord. Give this man a proper burial before sharing what we discovered. Am I the only one who thinks her necklace looks like an upside-down cow? You're not the only one. Believe me. It definitely does, yes. It's so funny. Ascertaining Gleipnir's whereabouts is still a primary concern. Let us return to the Adder's Nest, where information shall be our most reliable weapon in the days ahead. There'll be no better place to acquire it. Alright, let's sit back. I'm not going to talk to every NPC here, since it's already late and I want to continue on quicker. Yeah, you're definitely not the only one. Also, today has been nothing but rain. It's just been raining like all the freaking time in-game. Alright. Gleipnir has been sighted in various locales, and though we were reviewing a report, we suspect most are erroneous. Fear has a way of making one jump in shadows. It'll take some time before we determine which reports merit a more involved investigation. Until then, I ask you stay vigilant and keep your eyes peeled for any signs of the blasphemy. Okay. Looks like I will have to take another ad break here, but when we come right back, we'll continue on with this situation here. So I'll be right back. Hello guys, we are back. We're back in Gridania, and we're going to continue on with the tank role quest here. Let's talk to you again. Keeper of Entwined Serpents. Keeper of the Entwined Serpents is eager to resume the hunt. Gleipnir. Even those that beggared belief. The most promising suggests the Blasphemy is currently stalking the South Shroud. We're to proceed there at once, for there's no telling when it might strike again. The Elder Seedseer is already en route at Roots Lake. Just not keep her waiting. I forgot where Roots Lake is, actually. Probably near Camp Tranquil, maybe? Also, I think the next stream on Thursday we'll do 2 more RoQuest stories. So that'll be 5. Let's see, 2, 5. Okay. I think we'll do the last RoQuest story on Sunday, like after Heaven on High. Because I don't know what floor we want to do Heaven on High on. Like if there's like story to Heaven on High, perhaps we could maybe do 50. Like what's the like the point? Like I know there's 1 to 50 in Palace of the Dead, and then like level 51 you can continue on after that. But I'm wondering if there's like the same thing for Heaven on High, perhaps. It's because I'm trying to like to think what kind of goal floor do we want to reach for Heaven on High before we stop. If it's a floor 50, then probably. And then we could just do like the last RoQuest story for that on Sunday. But alright, let's talk to you again. No sign of the beast, thankfully. Simple glimpse of Gleipnir might send the people running. And be hard-pressed to restore order. Greetings, Timea. As the luck would have it, my sister Raya O frequents Camp Tranquil. We would do well to meet with her first. She may have knowledge of this threat that can aid us in our search. It's been too long, Ryo. Kane, I was afraid this situation might force your arrival. Would that this reunion was under more joyous circumstances. Turning to see her joined by the bearer of Ato as well. Fortunately, Gleipnir's poison cannot be cured by any healing force known to us, as I'm sure you've already learned. Nevertheless, I have faith that together we'll find a way to defeat it. Every moment is crucial, so let us dispense with further pleasantries. Have you received word of Gleipnir's whereabouts? I have. Recently ambushed a poor traveler, who succumbed to his wounds soon thereafter. Tragic and increasingly common tale. No others in Camp Tranquil have come to harm, but some claim they feel a presence in the distant trees, staring at them with a malicious intensity. They struggle to find the courage to venture beyond the safety of the camp. This weather is really not helping this serious cutscene. It's just making it even more depressing. While its victims exhibit symptoms reminiscent of the creeping death, Gleipnir's corruption seems only to affect... Oh, thank you. Game listened to me. That's why the weather changed. Gleipnir's corruption seemed only to affect those who have been assaulted by the blasphemy itself. We have yet to confirm a single instance of it spreading from one individual to another. I am magical. I just make weather happen. That's somewhat reassuring. Hey look, rainbow. You see that? Rainbow. Endwalker, depressing? It's more likely than you might think. Yeah, that's true. Welcome in, Phoenix. How are you? It's somewhat reassuring, but it will provide little comfort to the people here, I think. If Gleipnir comes, any defense we mount will come at a great cost. Those who fall wounded will invariably die. I'm at a loss, and the people under my care can see it. They grow tense and bicker amongst themselves. Some even accuse me of standing idly by while this monster roams free, as if I'm not doing all that I can. I apologize for that I come to you sooner, but that there were more I could offer you. Not every burden is yours to bear, Kane. Perhaps the elementals can help. The elementals cry out in succor for as loudly as the people do. This I know you feel, Kane. Gleipnir poses a threat to all life in the Twelveswood, and as such we should face it as one. The strength has waned since the calamity, and I'm reluctant to impose upon them. Nay, as seat-seers, it is our duty to first expend every option available to us, and spare them further distress. Once we laid low the blasphemy, the elementals will be at peace. Well then, how do we propose we go about that? First, allow me to speak with the people here and assure them that all will be well, that Gridania's resolve to weather this storm remains steadfast. No road is closed to those true of heart. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that you begin with an earnest and heartfelt appeal. For my part, I shall reach out to Orun. Perhaps together we could find a way to offer similar comfort to the elementals. I have no doubt we will require their assistance in the days ahead. Thank you, sister. May the 12 watch over you and keep you both. May I trouble you to accompany me? The presence of a storied hero would surely lend credence to my claims that the people's difficulties will soon be at an end. While you attend to that, I shall gather what information I can from the wood whalers stationed here. Pray look for me at the camp proper when you have finished. If we are to convince the people that they need not live in fear of Gleipnir, then my words alone may be insufficient. I do not comport myself as an imposing figure blessed with martial prowess, to say the least. You, on the other hand, are renowned as a peerless warrior who has triumphed in countless trials. Simply looking onto your features fills me with the confidence that this crisis too shall pass. I pray you stand by my side, that those we speak might be overjoyed by your presence. Yay, escort. One thing to consider about this questline is the timing. Endwalker was launched in 2021. It kind of hit hard. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, plagues and creeping. Yeah, that makes sense. Jeez. To me, my healer. A single scratch is enough to spell one's doom, they say. Nothing but to wait for death to come. How can we face a beast like that? Do not give in to despair, my friend. Know that I shall do all in my power to see us through this crisis. Hold fast to hope and encourage others to do so as well. I'll try, Elder Seatseer, I know. I know you placed yourself at risk, leaving the safety of the city and coming here. That means a lot to me and mine. I'll stay close to the Whalers and pray news of your triumph reaches us soon. Thank you, I promise it'll not be long. Seatseers are sitting pretty with their guards and finery. What do they care if a beastie is running amok? They'll be fine, so they're doing nothing while it hunts us. We'd be fools to trust our lives to those who don't care a whit. Aye, past time we went south. At least in Olda, they don't pretend to look out for the common man. Damn. Elder Seatseer, I was just, I promise that we are sparing no effort in our hunt for Gleipnir. However, it will take time. Many more will suffer before the beast is laid low. Nevertheless, I ask that you place your faith in me, if only for a while longer. I love the Twelveswood and her people with all my heart, and not let our enemy torment us forever. I understand. Man's gotta give voice to his worries from time to time, Nothing I want less than to abandon my home. I'll stick around, for now. Been strung tighter than a longbow lately. Really do appreciate the Seatseers and all they've done for us. I pray they could deliver us from this evil. I saw it, a gargantuan beast stalking the woods, with horns the size of my leg. What's to stop it from coming here to fill its belly? Gleipnir will do no such thing, I swear. She'll see to it personally that the blasphemy does not come within a mile of this village. Keep heart, for brighter days lie ahead of us. Truly, Elder Seatseer. Perhaps I let my imagination get the better of me. You're a beacon of these dark times. I pray you restore the peace soon. I shall, you can be certain. Oh, right there. Will that all be for now, Elder Seatseer? It will. I've done what I can to quell the unrest. But so long as Gleipnir lives, there will never be at peace. Sometimes simply lending an ear does wonders, as must be the case for the elementals, yes? Indeed, you are correct. Today was a welcome reminder of that truth. Important step in our journey. Yep, I should visit these settlements more often. Doubtless some here think of me as distant as the elementals. So rarely do they see me in the outer reaches. You've served me admirably as protectors thus far, for which I'm grateful. Yet until we have found and laid Gleipnir low, must continue to impose upon your goodwill. 'Tis no imposition, Elder Seatseer. You saved me on the killing fields of Carchino. My life is yours, now and always. Your life is your own to command, but I thank you for your words, your conviction, which fills me with confidence that the path we walk is true. Even if that path takes us far afield. Did I ever tell you that, when I was a young student, I would often steal into the woods with a dear friend of mine, much to the chagrin of our teacher? Deep down, I suspect there's still part of me that yearns to wander where I should not. Oh, this guy. Other seats here, word from the border. We've got ourselves a right bloody mess by the sound of it. What has happened? Per your early instructions, the whalers closed the roads to all travel while we scoured the wood for signs of Gleipnir. But now a group of locals are demanding to be let through into Thanalan. They're terrified by the sound of it, screaming about the creeping death and God knows what else. Despair grips their heart. If it consumes them wholly, then we may have yet more blasphemies to contend with. I will speak with them, while the rumors fuel their panic. And with truth and compassion will I convince them to see reason and return to their homes. If anyone can, it's you, Elder Seatseer. We're doing our best to keep them calm for now. But my man's words painted a grim picture. I pray you make your way to the border as quickly as you can. Wood Whaler sentry at the lower paths. Let us through, damn you. We're standing here while the creeping death naps at our heels. You're telling us to die. Those rumors are false. The Elder Seatseer herself has sent word that the creeping death is not responsible for the recent incidents. You mustn't surrender to panic. Return to your homes while we deal with the threat. Pay no heed to baseless stories. Stories. I've seen the dead with my own eyes. Don't tell me what is and isn't true. Hearken to me, my friends. I come before you now to assure you that the creeping death has not returned. Only those who have been wounded by the Gleipnir are in danger. So I beseech you to take shelter in your homes until the threat is past. Gleipnir, the beast I saw in the wood. We have to run. It could have followed us. Not far from here, those glistening horns, those terrible chains, reaching out to drag you down to the seventh hell. We ran and never looked back. But don't worry, it didn't catch any of us. No one's marked, see? That means we're safe, right? But say we weren't quite fast enough, what then? He got attacked. Its horns and claws are where the poison resides. And even a scratch would be a cause for concern. Yeah. Even a little scratch. Then it's too late for me. Is that when my body feels like it's on fire? You told me the branches tripped you up. You said that's how it happened. You said... O heavenly winds, guide us to this font of strength. May we drink from it and be made whole. I don't feel any better. Do it again, do it again. It hurts, help me. Conjury has no effect. There could be no mistake. This is Gleipnir's doing. Even so, I ask that you do not lose heart. Stay strong. For if we surrender to the fear, the beast has already won. I don't want to die. Please help me. Yeah. Get back. You said it wasn't. Why? Why? Myers, all of you. None of us are safe. None of us. Ah. Despair made manifest, 12 for Fen. Is there not can be done for these poor souls? Sadly, no. Not but one thing I know. I know we must lay them to rest, contain the threat. They are at peace. But that I have not come to this, I was powerless to prevent it. You did all you could. Is that what's going to happen to us? Is there no hope? What you witnessed was the fate of those who fall into deepest despair. It feeds upon grief and anguish, and is more deadly than Gleipnir itself. As I swore to you that we shall defeat the blasphemy that haunts our homeland, so too do I swear that the despair will not be the end of us. Keep the faith and look to the horizon, for brighter days will come. As you say, Elder Seedseer, as you say. Gleipnir is not here, so you're free to return to your homes, but I urge you to take care on the path back. We will. The storm has passed, but a darker tempest rolls in the distance. So long as the specter of despair looms, the people will struggle to take any words of comfort to heart. You'll see more tragedies like this. The elementals too cry out for a solution. The longer we struggle to resolve this crisis, the more innocent lives we put at risk. Ryo said that we need to turn to the elementals for assistance. And I know now that she was right, and so I will seek audience with the Great One. However, these preparations I must attend to first. I shall make the proper ablutions at the lotus stand. I return to the adder's nest and await my summons. Music is kind of low on my end. Probably because I could turn down the... There we are. Okay. Yeah, usually when it's like really late at night in game, there's usually like no music playing in the background. Alright. Despite our best efforts, we were unable to prevent further loss of life, and foresee even greater hardship ahead. As we press on, we mustn't forget the words of the Elder Seedseer. We must strive to remain undaunted in the face of despair. She's preparing for her communion with the Great One. Time is right, she will call upon us both. Till then, my friends, stay strong. Alright, next. A gift undone. The tired eyes and slumped shoulders of the keeper of the entwined serpents bespeaks weariness. The situation has worsened since last we spoke. Gleipnir now grows bolder in his attacks, and the conjurers are spread thin in their efforts to attend the victims. More so, we're no closer to finding a means to counteract the Blasphemy's poison. No choice but to wait until death claims them. Some are overwhelmed by hopelessness, becoming mad beasts that lash out at their former countrymen. Such tragedies all too easily beget further tragedy. Its bereaved loved ones are in turn overcome and share in the same horrid fate. The people speak of these incidents in hushed whispers, afraid that any moment a monster might appear within their midst. If we slay Gleipnir without further delay, we'll also run the risk of ourselves being affected by poison too. We should probably focus on the cure first. Chain reaction. Let's hope the Elder Seedseer's efforts to enlist the aid of the elementals are successful. United, we may last cleanse the Twelveswood of this evil once and for all. Urgent news, Timea. Gleipnir has ambushed a party of wood whalers. They're engaged with Blasphemy near the Guardian Tree, where the Great One slumbers. This bodes ill. Is it to find the Elder Seedseer's intent? Is it attempting to prevent her from communing with the elementals? In any event, we cannot let Gleipnir harm the tree. The Elder Seedseer bade us rendezvous with her at Sorrel Haven. We'll leave at once. That's Central Shroud, right? I think it's Central. It's been a while. Oh, that's not good. Battered arms and armor are strewn across the ground, but there's no other trace of man or blasphemy. Battered equipment. I see, I think I know what happened here. Though I pray I am wrong. There's no sign of the Wood Whalers save their arm. It was them. Seasoned warriors would never cast aside their equipment. But here it lies, and I see not a single body. In the face of certain death, even the bravest among us can succumb to despair. Or the Blasphemy's poison took them, they transformed. Glibnir could not have gone far. He may be watching us even now. Oops. Be on your guard. The air is thick with corruption. The Wood Whalers succumb to a man. We can expect a hard fight. Though I dread the thought of hurting our brave soldiers, we cannot allow the creatures to become to roam free. Let us form two groups to move quickly and track down and cull the beasts. Once we finish, we shall regroup under the boughs of the Guardian Tree. Just to be safe. I like that all these level 30 enemies around us are just like, they're just chilling, they're just vibing here while we're fighting. But like, no, like if we were like their level, they would just be prone to attack us. It's like, oh, okay. We're gonna join in too. Or like right now, they're just like, nah, we're chilling right now. Yeah, once upon a time, you jackasses were gonna attack me. Now what happened? I got too strong for you guys. Yeah, they're like, not my problem. But no, if I turn into like a level 28 job, oh, then all of a sudden, it's Timea on the menu, I guess. Oh, that's so funny, how video games work. You lay to rest the last of the Turn Whalers. Reunite with your companions at Evershade. Oh god, the Fate music. Thank you. Even a beast understands strength. Xenos, or Estinian, probably. Yep. Our work is done then. The loss of so many brave souls is tragic, but now they are at peace, and the Guardian Tree is safe. Let us take comfort in that. I but pray that the Great One will hear my plea. Elder Seats here, are you hurt? The Great One is filled with fear, an all-consuming fear unlike any I've ever felt. It spoke unto me, and its words were a clarion, drive the evil away. Drive the evil away. It can think of naught else, and so we will not receive the aid we seek. Not until we could dispel the dread that claws at the forest's very heart. This was our last hope. We are not alone. It's a cool design. There could be no mistake. This is the profane beast, the blasphemy that has mirrored the Twelve's wood in despair. Gleipnir. Stay back. It makes for the guardian tree. We must stop it. The poison, you mustn't let it touch you. Such fearsome strength. Let's go. I feel like we're not gonna fight, yeah. Come on. In accordance with our covenant, we Pagil have been blessed by the elementals. From the moment we are chosen, we are bound to act as mediators between men and nature. The most skilled among us are honored as seatseers. It's their duty to guide Gridania through times both poor and prosperous. I cannot say which of you will be found more worthy. In my estimation, you both have the potential to become seatseers. Of that I become more certain by the day. Is that Kane Senna? Who's the other Pagil? But I don't want to be a seatseer. I never wanted to be a Pagil either. I never asked for any of this. At first I thought this was the young Pagil that we met in the White Mage quests. God, I forgot her name. And what was her name again? Like the new Pagil that we met before. I think this is Kane Senna. Why can't I live a normal life like everyone else? How come I didn't get to grow old? Why was I cursed with these ugly horns? The one from the Storm... Yes, the one from the Stormblood quests. I like them, and maybe we didn't choose to be born this way, but I don't think that makes us any different from everyone else. It's a rare gift, a blessing even. If we can use it to help others, then we should. Don't give up on becoming a seatseer, Kane. We'd all be best for it. It is her. A blessing. I never thought of it that way. Suppose I just hated not having a choice. But maybe you're right. Also, Isumiyan is older than Kane-sana. That's a mindfuck. Jeez. Anyway. But who is this Padgel boy? Kane. You do have horns, so... Hmm. I think I found my answer. The matron is merciful. The elder seats here has fallen unconscious, but is otherwise unharmed. The blasphemy has not touched her, for I do not see the telltale mark of poison. Still, I'm no healer. She should be looked after by those who are. I shall carry her back to Gridania. I must leave before Gleipnir returns. Await me at the Adder's Nest. Also, based from what I'm noticing here too with the role quest, is that we're getting like some much needed like lore and backstory to like the main characters of the game, like Kane-sana and Lord Hien and Yugiri herself. Like that's so good to see. Like they even have new models too in the role quests. It's a tough call, but I think this is my favorite Endwalker role quest. Hmm. Allow me to thank you again for your assistance. The Elder Seatsier has been delivered into the care of East Sumiyan. By the grace of the elementals, she will make her full recovery. In fact, she has already regained consciousness, but is not yet allowed to receive visitors. We can but wait for now. Gods damn it, I was useless. I could do nothing while the Elder Seatsier faced Gleipnir alone. That was to be her shield, that I stand before you while she lies abed as proof of my failure. Kane-sana, Kane-sana live still. She still requires your protection. You truly are the hero of whom the bards sing, aren't you? You suffered terrible trials, yet you still stand tall and resolute. Thank you for your counsel. Close am I to forgetting the lessons of my past. I've spoken of it to a few. Truth be told, it brings me shame to recall it. I fought at Cartano, not as a soldier in the Eorzean Alliance. As a conscript in the Garlean Imperial Army. Planet armor and magitech, another drop in the sea of pitiless metal. You grew numb to the violence and the killing out of necessity. Becomes routine. Work to earn your next meal. But the moon shattered and the dragon emerged. When the dust had settled, I was another body clinging to life amongst the fallen. I remember staring at the burning sun above, growing weaker, wondering if the heat or an Eorzean's blade would finish the job. But it wasn't death that came, but salvation. I was delivered from my well-earned faith by the Elder Seatsier. She deigned to save a man who once bared steel against her people. Kindness didn't end there. Once my wounds had healed, she'd welcome me with open arms. Never did she regard me with distrust, nor did she make me feel obligated to repay my debt. She fought not to take life, but to safeguard it. Though our friendship, I came to see the wisdom in that distinction, pledged my remaining years to her service. It would have accomplished nothing to throw myself against Gleipnir in vain, and even if there was profit to be found in the sacrifice, she would not abide it. Your words have served to remind me of this. We will defeat the blasphemy, aye. We will do so without forsaking that which we hold dear, this I swear. Yeah, we could do that. First things first, but can you please tell us your name, dude? Because you're still Keeper of the Entwined Serpents. Like, you still have not told us, like, your actual name. I really like the Limsa one. Mostly because Kane Senna needed some fleshing out, and this did an excellent job. I am so glad. Yeah, that's definitely true. Like, we're definitely seeing finally some Kane Senna, like, development. Like, I'm so happy right now. Like, I am eating really good right now. Speaking of which, it's already another ad break time. This dude is there in the background since we first met her back in A Realm Reborn. Yep. Mm-hmm. Along with Mr. Horshaphant looking Elizin too. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we've not had this guy's name yet, considering like how vital he is to the story. But okay. I'm gonna take another break here, run ads, and we come back. I will get some more. I need to munch on some food after, because we're already like at 7 hours already. But I'll be right back. Hello guys, we are back. Let's continue with talk to our friend here who does not disclose his name. First, egg. Reminder to get egg. Alright. A pact proven. Keeper of the Entwined Serpents has good news to share. Timea, the Elder Seatseer, has grown strong enough to receive visitors. Come, we must go to Stillglade Fane at once. Thankfully, that's over there. Yeah, like, I totally agree. Like, Kane Senna really needed, like, some fleshing out. Like, I know that Merlwyb and Relbon got a lot of fleshing out because of Stormblood. And even Nanamo, too, but Kane was just there. Jeez, Izumi-yan, how old are you? Kane's through the worst of it. Dallas she'll be back to her old self ere long. That's good. Ah, her name was Gaddy. That's right. We're being very hardworking and well-behaved, I promise. After all, if we don't train properly, we'll never be as good as you. Yeah, her name was Gaddy. Hi, Sophie. We were just discussing what we should try training next. Did you want to come? Now, Laqua. Still worried for me, need not be. I'll be fine, though I'm glad you came to visit. Elder Seatseer, it fills my heart with joy to see you in better health. I'm gladdened by your presence as well, my friend. Lest you wonder, No, the conjurers found no trace of the poison in my humors. If you're ready, I would resume our search for Gleipnir. They may be up to the task, but you are not. 'Tis one thing to engage in conversation, quite another to go gallivanting about the 12-wood hunting a blasphemy. I am aware you are a conjurer of surpassing skill and would not presume to gainsay your judgment. But have my wounds not healed? Those visible to the naked eye, perhaps? I worry that the strain of your communion with the Great One has taken a toll on you in ways we may struggle to perceive. The Great One is a being of purest ether, and you were exposed to its unbridled despair, its raw terror. There may be consequences. I am aware of that, but Gleipnir must be stopped. Till the blasphemy is laid low, people will continue to die. How am I to carry my duties cloistered here? How am I to deliver the forest and its people from this despair? 'Tis your duties that demand you remain. I understand your frustration, but if you were to fall in battle, if your guiding light you bear were to fade, then all of Gridania would be lost. Rest, Kane. Rest and gather your strength, so when the time comes you are fit to do what must be done. In the meantime, trust in your allies. You are right. That said, I see no reason I cannot join in planning our next step. As you said before, our conversation is quite unlike gallivanting about on a hunt. Our encounter with Gleipnir has made it plain that we cannot hope to triumph over it as we are. Only with the Great One's power can we achieve victory. When the seventh umbral calamity was nigh, the Great One committed a portion of its boundless strength to extend a barrier over heaven and earth, the Irmin hedge. Thus was the Twelvewood spared the worst. We could convince it to again lend us even a small measure of that power. We would not need to fear the poison. Therefore, I believe we should pour our efforts into placating the elementals. Then we might earn their favor. Quieting worked before, I may again. So hold on, I think we kind of done this before in the White Mage quest, too. It was very subtle, but she did treat him as her elder. So quieting worked before, it may again. Yeah, this is a White Mage specific line here, I think. Of course, you're the inheritor of Atoa's will. Raya-O and Aurun praised the wisdom and bravery you displayed that day. Yep. Indeed, we were very nearly overrun by the creatures the Great One called to its defense. This time it's different. The Great One quakes with fear that it cannot even bear to behold its enemy, let alone fight it. I do like that Alakwa and Gatti are also in the background of this cutscene. Like, if we didn't do the White Mage quests, they probably would not be there. Not even Sylvie either, perhaps. And so we must find a way to dispel this fear that binds it, and reassure it that together we can defeat Gleipnir. Only then will it hearken to our words. I think too that we must gain an understanding of what drives Gleipnir. It seems to bear resentment towards the elementals, the Great One in particular. Why? If Gleipnir was the other Padgel that Kane-senna knew, then she did kind of tell him that she didn't want to be a Seed Seer. And I feel that's kind of like the driving force as to why. Because we kind of conflated, or we kind of like equated the Sin Eaters too with the Blasphemies, because they're kind of similar in a way because they're based on true instinct. So I'm kind of feeling that Gleipnir is kind of instinctively hating the elementals just because Kane-senna did not want to become a Seed Seer ages past ago. Well, let's see. I've always pondered this question myself. Lingering memories of the person Gleipnir once was may be responsible. Reports from Razat Han suggest that is likely the case, in fact. If we could but ascertain the original identity of the blasphemy, but where are we even to begin our investigation? We were granted a vision of Gleipnir's past, and I was there, then I may know who he was, is, or was. As do I, the boy who trained along Khan A in her youth. Yeah, Sura Supen. I mean, after all these years, is this what became of him? You mentioned him briefly before. Were you close? Isura was Pajali, like me. He had never known his parents and devoted himself wholly to his studies. He embraced the rule of the forest had bestowed upon him. Truth be told, he was a much better student than I ever was. A fair assessment, despite your esteemed heritage. You never took to my lessons as well as he, never dreaming of the outside world. Stealing off into the woods more times than I can count. I could not keep watch over you at all hours. Not even if I tried. Hi, Radia. Welcome in. How are you? The Elder Seedseer, a rebellious spirit. I could scarce imagine it. Also, how long ago was this? I resented being a Pagil. It is inconceivable to me that I could not live among the others. I did not scruple to express my misgivings to Isumiyan at every opportunity. Isura was a pillar of constant support. It was thanks to his encouragement that I at last embraced my destiny and resolved to use the gifts for my greater good. We would become seedseers together, I believed, until one fateful day. We were gathering herbs in the forest at Isumiyan's behest. We met a wanderer hailing from a distant land who told us his beloved was with child. He had traveled to Gridania to beseech the Great One for a painless birth. He asked us to guide him to the Guardian Tree. However, entry into such sacred places were not ours to permit. There was something odd about his demeanor besides. With regret I refused him, but Isura was loath to turn away a goodly stranger in need. He agreed to guide the man despite my protestations. I ran to Isumiyan as fast as I could. Together we made haste for the Guardian Tree. We found the man motionless on the ground, having succumbed to the Great One's rage. Next to him was Isura, alive but also unconscious. Holding up. Yeah, he's roasting her. Dealing with the loss of Spice Ball. She passed. I'm so sorry. Spent a good portion of the day in bed. I'm so sorry to hear. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. In time he recovered and related the whole story. In truth, the man had been an adventurer, seeker of wealth and glory. As he had knelt to make false supplications, he lunged forward to tear a branch from the Guardian Tree. He was yet a child, and Isura had no inkling of the darkness that could dwell within men's hearts. He learned the lesson that day, but the price he paid for it was great indeed. The Great One stripped Isura of his horns. Yikes, of his horns. And with them the right to call himself a Pagil. Was forced to expel him from the fane. The Great One stripped Isura of his horns. Like, kind of similar, like, to cutting off an arm or something. Like, or like a finger, jeez. I was forced to expel him from the fane. Yeah, 19-year-old, but she lived a good one. Going to miss her, but at least I got her in a heart pendant. A good life. I never saw him again, nor a word of what had become of him. Though not for a lack of trying, despite his hardships. Did he remain in Twelveswood all this time, I wonder? He dreamed of naught else but becoming Seedseer, a life in service to the people in the forest. He knew the weight of the responsibility, was eager to bear it. He was deprived of by that purpose by the very elementals he loved. Oh, okay, I see. And yet, he did not lose that will to serve, I suspect. Instead, resolved to watch over the Twelveswood in his own way. I shudder to think what could have hastened his transformation into Gleipnir, as his life was not harsh enough. In our final conversation, Isura confided in me that he would search for a means to calm the Great One's rage and earn absolution. To that end, he said that he would seek the counsel of the Mughals. They have called the Twelveswood home for far longer than we have, so none are more like to have knowledge of its most hidden workings. That comes as no surprise. He would not so easily give up on his dream. Even if the Mughals know not of Isura, they may be able to help us in other ways. We travel to the Bramble Patch in my stead, Tomato. I have faith that they will accept you with their charismatic aplomb. Mughals! I like Mughals. I think myself ill-equipped to contend with Mughal mischievousness, and I know you are a storied veteran of such mighty struggles. Bramble Patch. So Shroud this time. Alright, we've been to the central, we've been to the south, we've been to the north, now the east. I went the wrong way, because of course I did. Whisker Wall, Kupti Kupo. Surely you could see that I am armed. If it's all the same to you, we don't want any. Move along, Kupo. Quite a peculiar face you have, Kupo. Familiar, too. You wouldn't be the selfsame warrior who gave the legendary Magos Guard what for, would you? Timea, was it? It's an honor to meet you. Allow me to thank you personally for bringing that silliness to an end. Pukwapika's the name. What brings you to our neck of the Twelveswood? Also, that's a big Mughal. Why, what a pleasant coincidence. We were just discussing how we ought to go about calming the elementals, Kupo. That blasphemy with the dread horns has got them on edge. For good reason. I had to ask my personal guard here to sleep with one eye open. He's your guard? In case you haven't noticed, the beast's corruption has been spreading all throughout the woods. Needless to say, we got to stand up and put the Twelveswood to rights. Ryo suggested that the Mughals contribute by scouring the forest for even the smallest signs of Do not laugh, do not laugh. Ryo suggested that the Mughals contribute by scouring the forest for even the smallest signs of taint. Got to cleanse it before it gets out of hand, you know. Difficult and time-consuming work, but if it's in service to the forest, then we'll do it gladly, Kupo. Hey, I know you. You're the adventurer who gave me some of my finest scars. Coop-de-coop of the Mogul's Guard. No hard feelings about the whole Hail to the King Kupo bit, I hope. Not gonna call for a rematch either, in case you're worried about that. Rao and the others cured us of our temper. Ooh, okay. And afterwards set us down for a stern lecture. No more calling upon good King Mogulmok XII for us. May he ever remain on summit in his royal grace and splendor. Nice callback, I love that. Indeed, and what better way to make up for his past indiscretions than to serve the realm? Even now our kin scour every elm of the Twelveswood, and it would be remiss not to do our part. We are overjoyed to have a hero such as you helping us as well, if you're willing. Somebody tells me you have a sharp eye for the taint we seek to cleanse. Can we count on you, Tameo? Oh yes, I have a sharp eye, of course. Your reputation for magnanimity is well deserved. Let's begin by moving to the higher ground. Then we surely survey the area and locate any particularly nasty spots of blight. And we're back to cleansing the taint again. Lovely. Back in the White Mage story again. Oh gods. Where is it? Is it up? Oh, you were able to make your way all the way up here after all. I was worried you'd be stuck. Apologies for leaving you behind. It's so easy to forget that your kind lacks wings, Kupo. Now then, where is it? There, to the south. Let us cleanse that festering taint at once. Do not laugh, do not laugh. Also, I think this is like the first time we've ever had like an NPC up in the air. Because usually they're like on the ground here. So this kind of required us to fly up here. That's interesting. So I guess they required flying for A Realm Reborn really helped us there. I'm so glad they released flying for A Realm Reborn. Otherwise we would not reach this guy. Wait. What? Grass here is so brittle, Kupo. Restoring this area will surely put pep in the Great One's step. If it had feet, that is. I was about to say the same thing. About the taint or the flying. Like the NPC in the air. Yeah, I don't think I've ever talked to an NPC while mounted. Yeah. I think that was the first time. See, Endwalker trying new things. That was a fine work, Kupo. I dare say it's even better shape than it was before. The others are doubtless flittering about stamping out corruption wheresoever it rears its hideous head. If I were the Great One, I would be applauding our efforts. Well, insofar as such a being without hands can clap, I suppose. How goes the tank cleansing, Coop-de-Coop? I did what I could, but I swear as soon as I finished with one area, 2 more start manifesting. Damn it, I lost. I did what I could, but I swear as soon as I finished with one area, 2 more start manifesting a fresh taint. The forest's ability to heal itself is waning, and this sickness is spreading too fast for even a legion of Muggles to manage. If we don't come up with a better solution soon. The situation is more grave than we imagined, Kupo. Oh, what do we do? We shall maintain our efforts to purify the forest regardless, but since there is only so many of us, we must also help the forest remember how to help itself. A brilliant idea, I think. How do we go about doing that? Well, I was just getting to that part, Kupo. I got it. Oh no. We gotta perform the friending. The friending? What in the name of good King Mogomok the 12th, may he shower us with love and compassion and Kupo nuts, is that? Truth be told, I couldn't remember the ancient rite's name, so I just made it something up on the spot, Kupo. But let's forget about that for now and move on to the stuff I do remember. It's an old ceremony, first performed when the nation of Gridania was but a spark, an idea and a random thought in its founder's head. They knew if they were to establish a home within the Twelveswood, they would first have to entreat the elementals for permission. So a mage in their company found and cleansed a few sources of foul aether, planting saplings in their place, and consecrated the soil with a prayer to show the forest the purity of their intentions. The elementals were so taken with this display that not only did they permit his people to settle within the forest, they also bestowed upon him their blessing as proof of the new covenant, Kupo. I remember now, the Gridanians still honor this agreement to this day. Every tree that's cut down, a sapling is planted. So we follow history's example, we could soothe the forest's pain and also nourish it with new life. That's right, Kupo. Oh, but I wasn't finished with the story. Remember the mage who planted the sacred saplings? He was none other than Joran, sire of Ioruk Pota, the very first Pagel. From the day forward, the elementals would bless a select few heroes with horns, and favoring them with their friendship. Pagel were exalted by all of the peoples of the Twelveswood. Even we Muggles look upon them with awe. Something wrong, Kupo. You have a strange look on your face. Gleipnir's poison is actually pretty deadly against hearers. Gleipnir may be a Pagel, a former Pagel at least. How dreadful, Kupo, but what exactly are you saying? So the man you think may become Gleipnir was a Pagel stripped of his blessing. The Blasphemy kills with a poison that manifests symptoms that resemble those of the creeping death. To love the elementals only to be shunned by them, be surrounded by the beauty of the Twelveswood and know that he was forever an outsider. All for a child's mistake. That despair could have easily caused him to turn. This poison that preys upon those who bear the Twelveswood blessing, the hearers, just like the creeping death once did, might be another manifestation of that despair. That would explain the elemental's unease, Kupo. We must redouble our efforts to plant saplings where they may never speak to us again. First things first, we must gather as many saplings as we can. Wait for us at the Adder's Nest and make ready for a long and backbreaking day. Yay! Yay, work. We're gonna plant trees. The power is yours. Do it for Captain Planet. Alright. Welcome back to Maya. Do the Mughals have any insight to our problems? We're gonna plant trees. A reenactment of the ceremony which laid the foundation of Gridania. Fitting plan given the gravity of the threat our nation now faces. As ever, there's much work to be done before we can begin. While the Mughals gather saplings, we shall continue to scour the 12th for new beasts that must be purged. Pray that the Elder Seatseer regains her strength quickly as well. Take a rest, my friend. It is a rare indulgence these days, one you've earned 1,000 times over. Nice. I don't know if I feel glad or sad for getting the Captain Planet reference. He's on the lookout for palms in the distance. Weaponeer has not been seen since our last encounter. The brief respite may be our chance to quell the Great One's terror. I don't know, in my case I just feel old for knowing the reference. Make way for the saplings, Kupo. I have plenty of practice cultivating our gardens, so selecting the most robust ones was a simple matter. That was the hardest work, so you can help us with the easy part. See a spot of corruption, cleanse the taint, and plant the sapling in its place. Do it enough times and the Great One is sure to understand that we're doing all we can to heal the forest. It ought to brighten its mood. We'll see to the East Shroud. You should have no trouble taking care of the rest, Kupo. Your efforts are much appreciated. We'll begin without further delay. I want to know your name, dude. And what is your name? I trust you'll not object to my company. I dare say healing the forest is one task for which I'm more qualified than most. Elder Seatseer, are you well enough to leave the city? I should like to think I've been for some time. In any event, Isumi has grown tired of my objections and ceased its attempts to detain me further. Now I'm going to be the one to consecrate those saplings. It would be an honor to offer words of thanks to the forest for its bounty. Please do, Kupo. Prayer from the Elder Seatseer herself will surely hasten their growth from tiny saplings to towering tree. Such is my hope. As Joran did before me, I shall approach the Grey One in friendship. I might see the veil of fear that binds it, and remember our covenant. Let us begin by cleansing all traces of the corruption in the central shroud. To green tier, I sense the flow of ether has become warped there. Impressive, Kupo. Not even my keen eyes can spot corruption from such a distance. It is but one of many talents I owe to the elementals. Well then, shall we be on our way? In gratitude for your boundless blessings do I offer this gift. May it nourish you as you nourish us. At last, the earth is cleansed. There's a settlement not far from here. Should tell them of the sapling, bid them watch over and keep it safe from harm. Of course, Elder Seedseer, should relay your words forthwith. Give the people hope to know that they can aid in the restoration of the Twelveswood. Thank you, and now we must go. Silent Arbor. There's something foul that impedes the flow of ether. Let us hurry. Tingle sense. Slay any monsters that appear. I don't know why I went this way, but it was just right there. But let's see. Cinematic. I still find it really funny that Grahatia's like Grahatia kind of has like a spider sense too. Like when his ears perk up is when like he detects something. Silent Arbor is South Shroud. Okay. Like his ears just go bink. It's really funny. Cutscene director. I want drone shots. Or when Graha goes into fanboy form. Mm-hmm. I miss our Catboy. We'll see him again soon. We'll see him again soon, though. I have to say, we were really powerful. Like, that was literally nothing. The injury has begun to heal, and our next destination lies to the north. Near Haristmil, I believe. 'Tis faint, for we are far from the source. Nevertheless, I am certain it's there. Come. North Shroud. Yeah. Last week I was doing Redacted, and I had to take a screenshot. Graha is for us the same as Asahi is for Xenos. I know he's a catboy, but he looks way more like a puppy. I mean, there is one big difference, though. I love Grahatia way more than he loves Xenos. By far. God, I can't believe we saw that jackass again in the game earlier. god, what's happening here? Oh, fate, I guess. That's a fate. I like while all this is happening, like, the leader of Gridani is, like, literally just standing right here. And, like, this, like, these people are being attacked. Like, her people are being attacked. Elder Seatsteer, help us. Help us, damn it. Alright. There. You're welcome. Fates in Air used to be way more interesting. 'Tis fortunate the corruption here is faint. A simple prayer should suffice to cleanse this soil, after which we may plant the sapling. I sense no other disruptions in the etheric flow, which lead me to believe that the Mughals have already seen to the remainder. Indeed, the 12's would size with a contentment I have not long felt in a long while. It will serve to placate the Grey One, I cannot say, not until we visit the Guardian Tree. Excuse me, but you're the Elder Seatseer, aren't you? What brings you all the way to our village? Corruption that has been upset the balance of ether, but that we would have since cleansed with prayer and saplings. Thus as the 12's would reclaimed a measure of peace. You've been planting trees. We have. Elementals have suffered much of late, and with these offerings we endeavor to raise their spirits. Elder Seatseer, I've got to protest. What of your people's spirits, we who dread every step we must take out of doors? That terrible monster is still out there, preying upon innocent folk without rhyme or reason. If it doesn't strike us dead where we stand, its poison will finish the job. I know that you're afraid, that you and others suffer still. However, 'tis under the auspices of the elements that we may call the 12's wood home. And they too cry out for deliverance. Even the Great One quakes with fear for the Blasphemy's continued existence. To ignore the plight is to invite greater tragedy for us all. Rest assured, however, that I have not forgotten the needs of the people. We bring comfort to the elementals and renew our sacred ties that we might enlist the aid of the Great One in combating Gleipnir and the suffocating despair it spreads. And so I pray you continue to put your faith in our guardians and in me. Would that we could, Elder Seatseer, but we're dealing with death and sickness before Gleipnir's coming. Did you see that fate behind us, by the way? They say the creeping death's nothing to fear these days. We know better. When Navarre's caught it not long ago. We gave her the cure, had plenty on hand. For a while we thought it would be alright, but by the time we realized it hadn't done a damn thing, it was too late to call for a conjurer. It was a sad day for all of us when she passed, but none more so than her poor husband, Supin. He was beside himself with grief. Who could blame him? Then came Gleipnir to compound our woes. Supin, it can't be. Do you speak of Sura Supin? Isura, no. Supin was an odd one. It was the Pagel. Jeez. Supin was an odd one, but no one would mistake him for a Pagel. Supin wasn't really even his real name. That'd be Alenia. But his wife was fond of calling him Supin for some reason, and it caught on with the rest of us. I see, and what did Alenia look like? I'd say he'd seen no more than 30 summers, kept to himself, came and went with nary a word at times. Though after he met his beloved, he became more of a fixture, friendly even. His wife was a sickly lass, but she had spirit. But spirit's not enough to beat the creeping death. Yet we couldn't do anything for her. He had finally made a new life for himself here. Thank you for recounting Alenhia's story. Sad though it was, you'd have to me better understand how much you have all suffered. Promise that you will have cause to celebrate soon. Till then, I implore you again to place your faith in the elementals and in me. Together we shall overcome this crisis. Despite what he said, I'm certain this Alenhia was Air Sura Supin. To think that I was living so close by for all those years, searching for a new purpose, and finding true love, only to be robbed by that fulfillment too. Were he still a Padgel empowered by the elementals, would he have saved her? He would have dwelt on the question night after sleepless nights. I know I would have. Mayhap in the end he came to blame the elementals for his helplessness, for her death, and despair was consumed. The animosity would linger, endure, and in vengeance would Gleipnir find its final purpose. We've done all we can to show the Great One the purity of our intent. Let's hope that we'll be accepted as friends. Our supplications cannot have escaped the Grey One's notice. May it be enough to receive an audience. O Great One, may I abide ever beneath your boughs, embraced by your compassion, grace, and wisdom. Be still the fear with your heart, and know that I am your faithful servant. All feeling, passing corruption, refreshed, renewed green, flesh restored. Child of child, covenant honored, friend, friendship, peace. It worked. The Grey One speaks through the Elder Seedseer. You were right to follow Joran's example. The corruption is but one aspect of a greater threat. Profanity's spawn, despair's orphan, sadness and anger, sadness, death's prayer, one and all. Poison potent, wounds unmending, withering bark, no strength to share. After all we done, you deny us? For all the elder Seatseer has endured? She outpledged herself to you, devoted her life to the Twelves Wood. The people cried out for salvation, and she answered. The elementals cried out for deliverance, and she answered. Only you can help us now. If you do not, then we're lost. She is lost. Please, I beg of you. We beg you. Oh, those guys again. What are you doing here? We've been depending on the Seatseers all our lives, blaming them whenever something goes wrong, without ever considering what we might do ourselves. Aye, but no longer. The elder Seatseer has gone to incredible lengths for her people, so our people have come to return the favor. If her plea alone is not convincing enough, we shall raise our voices in support. We couldn't let them make the journey without protection. That, and we couldn't let them put us to shame. We too have come to stand with the elder Seatseer and beseech the Great One for aid. We all want the same thing, don't we? Peace restored to the forests. So please, share what you can, however little. Do not forsake us. Do not forsake her. Kane, Covenant's child, walks with man, with Elemental, keeper of ancient faith, unbroken. Cannot, will not break faith, to man render up flesh. Can you agree to help us? Flesh, branches, take and join. To oldest elders, renew bond as one stir. Raise up to heaven's covenant symbol, our staff, all join, all bloom, all peace. My duty weighed heavy on my heart, so heavy that at times I scarce remember to breathe. For days and nights I worried I would be found wanting. But your faith and trust have put the forward. But your faith and trust has the path forward been revealed to us. You came hither, united in purpose, and bared your hearts before the Great One. I, nay, Gridania, is forever in your debt. Branch. May I rely on you all once more? I bid you take these branches to every corner of the Twelves Wood and join them to the eldest trees. then we might finally win free of this despair. It shall be done, Elder Seat. Damn it. It shall be done, Elder Seatseer. We're gonna wait until this passes. Another thing that binds me to this quest is I'm also a hearer. I'm also from Gridania. That's cool. Yeah, I can see why you like it a lot. Alright. Let's try it again. DDoS? Nope. No branches. Okay, I think it's back now. I swear. We have one more quest after this, I believe. But I do think I'll take one last break here. I think we're gonna start the quest over again, but we'll just blame the blasphemy for that interruption. Okay, nice. So, as we were saying, I'm just gonna skip through this because we've seen this before, but yay, everyone believes in Kane Senna. Everyone's happy. This was also a long cutscene too, by the way. We beseech you to help to slay. Yeah, let's do the second option. No strength to share. Okay, so they say the same thing. Alright, we'll continue here. My duty weighed heavy on my heart, so heavy that at times I scarce remembered to breathe. For days and nights I worried that I would be found wanting. But by your faith and trust, has the path forward been revealed to us. You came hither united in purpose and bared your hearts before the Great One. I, Nea Gridania, is forever in your debt. I was wondering too, but I'm glad like she actually said it. Like she was actually feeling nervous and anxious about this whole situation. Like a leader of one of the alliance, like Eorzean alliances, was really struggling. Kind of similar to how Hien was too at the same time. More so Kan A than Hien because, but yeah, she like had doubts about herself. She really felt like refreshed now that the people came forward here to tell her that we're with you. Like, that's really like just a breath of fresh air now. May I rely on you all once more? I bid you take these branches to every corner of the 12's Wood and join them to the eldest trees, that we might finally win free of this despair. It'll be done, Elder Seer, we swear it. Once the trees have been bound together in spirit, I shall carry out the Great One's final instruction and cast its cleansing power all across the 12's Wood. Yet I must remind you, my friends, that Gleipnir still stalks the forest. He will not remain idle, or will attempt to stop us. Go with hope in your hearts, but do not lose sight of the danger. Great One, so anyway, here, have a stick. Yeah, you get a stick, and you get a stick. I wonder if they addressed the DDoS and... No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah. They haven't addressed the DDoS situation yet. Also, I have a question. Since there was maintenance and like a new patch update here, did they have like notes, like patch notes here for like content? Or is that until after the December update? Like, were there some patch notes released today or no? Unless you're the adventurer who just tried to take the stick. There are? Okay, thank you. Yeah, don't be that guy who tried to take a branch from the Ancient One. I admit for a moment I thought it wouldn't work. The Elder Seer moved not only the hearts of the people, but that of the forest itself. Nod. Her final task appears to be a bit more complicated than the Great One made it sound. So she must scour the ancient texts before the time comes, and consult with the Seer Council to make sure all goes according to plan. It's just as well. We still need to wait until the others have joined the Great One's branches to the many ancient trees scattered across the 12's Wood. Then of course there's the matter of Gleipnir. He will not go peacefully as we work to hasten his demise. When he comes, we'll be ready. Level 90. Yay. Another job that's level 90. Wee haha. Alright. Let's go back. Yeah, patch 7.38. Okay. This patch is only relevant for current Savage Raid tier stuff and various fixes. Also that one new Evilise poster. Not really new content, just some weekly locks removed, and they added the new Orban stuff. There's new stuff in Orban? Huh. Okay. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna take one last break. We're gonna do the final quest here, and then I really need to like wrap up and go eat food. But we're pushing through. We're gonna make it here. But yeah, level 90 for Paladin. So yeah, I'll be right back. Hello all, we're back. Let's see. Not really new content, just weekly locks removed, and they add some Orban stuff. I'm really sad I'll have to farm Orban. Oh no. Thankfully, I do have a friend who could probably help you with that for Orban farming. I do know one person. Whole group of people, actually. But yeah, we're level 90 now. Yay. Level 90. We did it. Alright. Let's wrap this up. The Keeper of the Entwined Serpents is pleased to see you. Tenacity, critical hit. Okay. Impeccable timing as always, Timea. But in moments ago, the Elder Seer sent word to go and fetch you. She's already on her way and will explain everything herself when she arrives. Cutscene. The children of the Twelveswood, both Moogle and man alike, have sallied forth, branches in hand, to the far reaches of the forest. Soon their task will be completed. Though the shadow of death yet looms large, they do not allow despair to their hearts. They hold fast to their faith in a brighter future. We shall see their hope rewarded, and by the grace of the elementals, consign these grim days to memory. We only need succeed in summoning the Irmin Hedge. You may recall that the Great One's words were muddled and esoteric. I believe it is an instruction to carry out this esoteric ceremony in order to expunge the corruption befouling the forest, that the once tainted earth may begin to mend. You see, when the Irmin Hedge last was formed, it was to protect the Twelveswood from threats without. The Grey One acted as guardian, embracing the woods to shield them as a father would his child. On this occasion, however, we will call upon it to nourish and revitalize, as a mother nurses her child to make them strong against sickness. In channeling the power of the elementals in this way, we could stem the spread of Gleipnir's poison, and the scars of its passing will finally heal. At least that was what the Grey One intended to say, I believe. The Seetsier Council agrees with my interpretation and has permitted me to perform the ceremony. I have in my possession a single branch, the final one to be attached to the eldest tree of the Twelveswood. For all have you done to aid us thus far, I ask you to accept this honor. Who better to set the final stone in this new foundation for everlasting peace? You who have but sacrificed so much for the sake of others. If we had even a sliver of your courage, we could move mountains. We were also called our beloved sapling too, as well. We're also a branch to like the Fae. Thank you, my friend. We'll find the tree of which I spoke in front of the Leatherworkers Guild. Let us depart. Is it this tree? Huh. From here, the Grey One's blessing will spread to every corner of Gridania. Send all manner of wicked beasts scurrying back to the shadows. Okay. Look to the boughs above, and you'll see a spot where the bark has been discolored by age and the elements. There you must have fixed the branch. Okay. That is a bat for sure. You ascend the ancient trunk and affix the branch of the guardian tree to the weathered bark as directed by the elder seed seer. You're quite the climber, and with that, all preparations are now complete. Let's return to the guardian tree, and with the aid of the Great One, deliver salvation to the whole of the Twelveswood. Like, I was kind of freaked out a bit because the weird jerking of the player, like jerking from one place to another. Like, I thought it was going to be like a DDoS situation again. Like, they didn't load correctly or something. Central. But it looks like everything's still fine here now. Okay, still loading. So that's good. The journey nears its end. I should be glad to go to bed again without Gleipnir haunt my dreams. Save me from this horrible music. It truly is Arasura's lingering resentment for the elementals that drives the blasphemy. It will surely have come. For the sake of the man he was, I must try to appeal his reason. But should I fail, then we'll have no recourse but to fight. Regardless, this day we shall bid farewell to Gleipnir. Thank you, cutscene. Through the branches of the guardian tree, the Twelveswood has become as one. Summoning the Ermin hedge, every elm of the sacred lands will be imbued with the Great One's nourishing aether. The forest will be empowered to heal itself, to break free of Gleipnir's despair. The ceremony is complex and delicate, and I must maintain focus. I trust you will do what is necessary to see that I'm not interrupted. Oh, he's gonna show up and gonna attack her and try to interrupt her. Gleipnir comes. Defend the Elder Seed Seer. Gleipnir. Blasphemy. Are the elementals so deserving of your scorn? You hate me too from my horns? I knew a boy once, a boy who called them gifts, symbols of the blessings he resolved to share with the world. Yet the beast before me now brings naught but misery and death, marks its victim with chains to bind and condemn, to share in its suffering. I was not there for you then, but I'm here for you now, to unmake what you have become. We shall begin the ceremony. Stand fast and remember what we fight for. Nice reuse of the Shola animation, which was also the animation in 10. Protect Kane-sana. To her side. Thank you. No, you don't. Oh, that is so cool. We get multiple attacks from that ability. No, you don't. Keep clipping her at bay. I see, I see, I see. Okay, absorb those. Necro. Ooh, that was close. Portion of your power. Prayers have been heard. May your embrace shield us and cleanse the corruption from our home.
By the grace of the elementals! By the light of the crystal!
Alright. We need not fear Glepper's poison. Oh, she's got the wings. Cool. Right. Timmy.
I shall ease your hurts.
I have to say, this is a really cool boss design too, like for looking similar to a behemoth, like so cool. We must group together. I forget, what's the ability called? The White Mage ability where you get the wings? Like, what is that ability called again? Temperance, thank you. Yeah, this is so cool. She's basically learned her her temperance ability here.
What's will be done?
Alright, that was a really fun fight. That was really fun. GG's. The sacred soil and azure skies, may your compassion flow and swell to banish the darkness. So cool, she's doing the Yuna animation. Receding terror, blissful quiet. Blessing, covenant preserved, now and always, child of child. Honor and gratitude unending. For we as well honor and gratitude unending. We cannot have overcome the blasphemy without your aid. In your everlasting grace, I pray you continue to guide we children of the forest. In your boundless mercy, I pray you forgive the lost and forsaken who've succumbed to despair. To you, my dear Isura, I promise I shall never forget your words of wisdom. Ours is indeed a gift and a blessing, and a duty to our people I will uphold. Until my final breath, this I swear. Let's go back. The Warrior of Light, the leader of a great nation, and the random unarmed dude. Also, the boss is a reskinned behemoth. We can overlook that, since it's an indie game. It's very likely they made the animation for the FFX event, and it was forgotten on a folder ever since. I was not here for the event, so don't take me serious. There was an FF10 event? Damn it, I missed it. Oh, that would have been so cool. Well, maybe eventually down the line, I guess. The Elder Seatseer's childhood friend suffered too much tragedy in his life. That there can be no doubt. With his passing, he and the realm may once again know peace. Oh, back in like 2014. Okay, long, long ago. Okay. We finally begin to mourn the innocence lost to his rage. Thank you, Timea. The great cleansing could not have succeeded without you. The rewards are in the monk station. Okay. The blight has been purged, and the blasphemous beast which bore it laid low. The sacred wood that once held its breath in fear now breathes a long sigh of relief. I must return to Gridania with my regular duties as Elder Seatseer. I should be glad if you'd call upon me there. That is, if I may impose upon you one final time. Thank you. I promise I'll not detain you at length. Let us meet again at the Lotus Stem. Lotus Stem. Also, I have a question. Did they confirm yet or not if there's going to be like another Moogle Mogtome event? Or no? Since there's going to be like another big patch next month, right? Yes, starts next week. Nice, nice, nice. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what that's about. Did they do like a reveal yet or make like a news post saying what the event was or no? It's coming November 18th. Okay. Alright, right after my birthday, so cool. Alright, let's talk to you again. The Elder Seatseer awaits you within. Shall I escort you to her? This time they got the stuff I want. Okay, I'm gonna look at the news stuff afterwards. I'm excited to see what they have. The Grey One's aether flows all throughout the Twelvewood, urging the last vestiges of Gleipnir's poison. Surviving wounded are no longer in danger and have begun to recover at long last. Yay! Everyone's happy. We have much cause to rejoice, in no small part because of you, my friend. On behalf of Gridania and myself, allow me to thank you yet again for your tireless efforts in bringing Gleipnir to heal. Based on how they reveal things, Alexander and mock raids should seem to be a part of it. Okay, cool. Looking at the event page to check if there's any spoilers for you. Alright. You went above beyond the call of duty for the sake of our people and their homeland. You're inspiring to behold, and not for the first time, I must say. Forgive me, Elder Seedseer, but with this crisis behind us, I would suggest a new course of action. And what would that be? Rest. In our time together, I never seen you so half-pressed. Surely you're weary and could benefit for a brief respite. I appreciate your concern, my friend, but I cannot, will not. One day, perhaps, but not this day. But Elder Seedseer. Recent events have given me cause to reflect upon my past, on lessons that I once thought I had taken to heart. When I did not yet understand the duty which I had been entrusted, when the horns of mine were but chains binding me to a destiny I did not choose. It was Isura who taught me to appreciate the gift I had been given. If it had not been there to keep me to the proper path, where would my errant feet take me instead? He is perhaps the first, but he would not be the last. My brother and sister and countless other kind souls, though their words and their support, have also helped me continue to find a way forward, even when I thought there was none. 'Tis by opening our hearts to one another that we, in turn, open new paths. We cannot conceive of greater opportunities and brighter futures. All who live within Gridania are deserving of these gifts, and so I must always be there for them, that together we may journey safe through darkest night. Not tempted to live wild and free like an adventurer? You don't desire a life for yourself outside of your duties? My life is my duties, and my duties is my life. I do what I love and desire naught else. But if there ever came a time when I need no longer serve as Elder Seedseer, I would be forced to consider alternatives. Perhaps I would do the same as Isura and settle down with my beloved. Finding and courting them would make quite the adventure, don't you think? Regardless of what the future has in store, my present course is clear. As long as we Pagels serve as bridge between man and elemental, Gridania can weather any storm. And so I'll continue to walk hand in hand with my people and my patrons, along a path we discover together. Nod. Okay, I see only one spoiler, the name of the final Endwalker dungeon. It's very likely you would never notice. Whoops. I haven't read the report yet, but... I do kind of want to look at the... I know there's like a video for it, but... Like, knowing the name of... Unless it's like really, really like... spoilery stuff. The name of the dungeon. I'm fine with it. Like, if it's... Damn it, my damn controller went off. There we are. Unless it's like Xenos' Lament or something, or like Medion's like sacrifice or something, like the name of the dungeon, then it's fine. Like, I already know that the name of the final area in Endwalker is called Ultima Thule, but like, even before it was revealed too, like, I knew the name of the 6th area. Alright, speak with the Keeper. Though the Blasphemy is no more, there are still administrative matters to resolve. It's not too much to ask. Could you bring word of these recent events to our delegate in Radzat Han? It's been an honor and a pleasure, my friend. May the elementals watch over and keep you. You still have not told me your name. And he probably never will. So you should be safe to check out the event page. Alright. Considering we've been hanging out with this dude for like 3 hours now, he doesn't really give us the chance to tell us his name. I mean, come on, dude. Alright, let's... Welcome back. I pray you've brought glad tidings. We planted trees. Glepnir is slain. You've brought joy to me on an otherwise uneventful day. Of course, I have complete faith in your success. I began to worry ever so slightly when you did not return as quickly as I anticipated. I should report your success to the envoys at once. If we have further need of you, I pray you'll answer our call. You can now dye the job-specific gear for level 90 tanks. Yay. More than death. Yeah, this was really, really fun. Like, both stories were really, really good. I really love them. Alright, well, let's go into the light here. The lighting is so bad here. Alright. Let us... Let's see how this looks here. Yeah, the job stories are really fun. They do take a while though, but like, I really enjoyed them. Damn it. I gotta charge this thing, but... Come on. There we are. Yeah, today was really fun. Geez, almost a 9-hour stream. Probably the longest I've gone. Alright, cool. I like it. I'll remove that one. Alright. New warrior glam. I'm fine with it. Looks cool. Alright, let's wrap up. Also, guys, we got a house. I got a house. Yay. Yay, house. I'm happy. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time just like figuring out like what kind of style I want for the house. Not tonight though, because I'm done with the game and doing like story and lore stuff right now. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been like almost 9 hours now. Like, thank you guys for being here. It's been really fun. Oh, this could be like a fun area to kind of like decorate. Maybe put seats here or something. Like, it's just so closed off from everything. Great view. I really wish they bring back those really old events. The rewards are already in the store, but they could at least give us the story. We got the great view here. Yeah, this was really, really, I'm happy. I could probably hide over here, too. Yeah, I could just hide back here. Let's go inside. Yeah, it would really be nice to kind of like replay the stories again. I don't know if I'll probably make another crystal chandelier from Shiva. I put the chandelier up here and then down in the basement, I guess. But let's see, housing, interior design. But yeah, yay house. Alright. I'll figure something out here. But yeah. Thank you guys so much. We'll come back on Thursday. We'll continue. We'll do 2 more role quest stories. I believe we're going to do healer and melee DPS for the next 2 stories. So I'm really excited to continue the role quests. These 2 stories have been really, really amazing with Doma and Gridania. And then on Sunday will be my birthday. We're going to be attempting Heaven on High for the first time. I've never done that deep dungeon before, but it should be really, really fun. Prepare to spend more than 12 hours. Odds. 2 is my limit. I know we spent like the first 2 hours kind of recapping and running dungeons and doing the trial again. But now I kind of have like a barrier here of like 3 hours for the role quest story. But okay, let me see. Let me say goodbye here. Socials. YouTube. Ko-Fi. Discord. And Blue Sky. Alright, let's go say hi to Grim, who is playing FF9, Final Fantasy 9, doing another speedrun practice here today. Let's see, read message. Avocado Army. There we are. Face that. Grim is another 14-player speedrunner. And friend. Let me copy that. Alright. There you are. And yeah, I'll be back on Thursday. We'll do more role quests. Alright, folks. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Let me raid out. There we are. Oh yeah, take care everyone. It's been fun. Yay, house.